Everyone, it is so good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with this. Washington State Patrol is investigating a deadly crash near Fairfield in southern Spokane County. WSP says a 67-year-old man driving a car rolled over on Highway 27. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones brings us now the very latest.
Well, yeah, you can take a look right here behind me. It was a single car accident, a rollover. I'll step out of the way so we can get you to zoom in a little bit, but state troopers still investigating what particularly caused this accident. But early indications tell us that there were soft marks off the side of the road, which means it wasn't a high speed type of situation. It could have been a potential falling asleep behind the wheel or an impaired driver. Alcohol bottles were found in the vehicle, but it's too early to tell if the driver was impaired and would have to wait until the blood results come back from this. Again, wheels off the roadway was the cause of the accident, and a 67-year-old male was killed. Next of kin has not been notified, but we did get a chance to speak with Washington State Patrol.
It looks like it did not negotiate the curve and went straight, and unfortunately, because of that person doing so, the vehicle rolled multiple times and the driver succumbed to those injuries.
WSP did also tell us that a caller reported it earlier this morning because of the location of the accident. It's possible that the driver was there for several hours and that the accident could have happened in the early morning hours. But once we find out any other information, we'll be sure to keep you updated across all KREM 2 platforms. But for now, reporting here in Fairfield, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Brandon, thank you. In Idaho, state police are investigating a shooting on I-90 near the border of Washington and Idaho. About 8 o'clock last night, multiple law enforcement agencies responded to a Ford pickup truck in the median of the interstate. Witnesses reported a man was shooting toward the interstate as vehicles were driving by. Shortly after law enforcement arrived, the suspect was taken into custody. Luckily, no one was hurt in the shooting, and all of I-90 was shut down at a time. It has since reopened. The 23-year-old man was booked into the Kootenai County Jail for unlawful discharge of a firearm. He was also cited for an ADUI, use of a deadly weapon, and disturbing the peace. The suspect arrested for the killing of United Healthcare's CEO appeared in a Pennsylvania court just moments ago.
And it's completely out of touch, and it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people and lived experience.
Luigi Maggiano faced an extradition hearing on the murder charges. He contested that extradition to New York, and he was denied bail. Maggiano was arrested yesterday at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. The 26-year-old was caught 5 days after the shooting, about 300 miles from Manhattan. Investigators say they are pouring through what they call a mountain of evidence, including a ghost gun that is consistent with a murder weapon and a 3-page handwritten note. We'll certainly keep you updated on that case. In the meantime, coming in new today, some sad news about Spokane native and Cubs Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg has announced that he has prostate cancer and it has returned and spread to other organs. Sandberg had said in August that he was cancer-free. He says the relapse will mean more intensive treatment as he continues to fight the disease. It is 12:04 right now, and it is certainly a weather impact alert day in the inland Northwest. We're seeing more freezing fog and a winter weather advisory as well. Thomas Patrick is joining us now. And Thomas, we just can't seem to get away from that fog and really slick roads.
Yeah, we can't really shake the fog really on any given morning here. It's just because of our stagnant weather pattern. But new within the last couple minutes, the winter weather advisory in Spokane has been canceled. And that's just because the clouds are just lifting by about 100 or 200 feet, enough to stave off any icy conditions. And that was the reason why it was even issued in the first place. We started noticing some black ice, especially over western Spokane County. But most of it canceled except for Lewiston, where the fog conditions are still persisting. It's actually the same still at Spokane International Airport, but it looks like the iciness in that region is going away because the temperature has increased by 2 degrees now to 32 degrees. So I think it's less icy out there this morning or this afternoon compared to this morning. Again, super fine line. 1 degree colder, 100 feet lower for cloud cover, and we have a completely different scenario for the inland Northwest. But I would believe at this hour and the rest of the day, weather conditions are actually kind of A-okay. Honestly, we're ending our weather impact alert day as of this hour because we have gotten above the freezing mark. 32 in Spokane, already 37 in Coeur d'Alene. Pretty big difference there. Coming up, we're going to show you what difference the cloud cover is going to make for our next few days and show you when the next chance for any snow is going to lie.
Thomas, thank you. Continuing coverage this morning, Spokane City Council approved a biennium budget during their last meeting last night, and it means the budget would go into effect coming up on January 1st and covers not only the year of 2025, but also 2026. City officials say one of the benefits of this new budget is that it has minimal layoffs. Based on the current version, Council member Michael Cathcart said only one position is being eliminated, but that city employee is retiring and the city's full-time employee count will actually increase by 2. The city currently faces a $50 million deficit in the general fund. Mayor Lisa Brown released a statement on the new budget saying in part, quote, "Today marks a pivotal moment for the city of Spokane as we take a step toward a stronger, more resilient future. Through hard work, dedication, and a shared commitment at every level of the city team, we have passed a balanced 2-year budget that puts us on track to close our $50 million deficit." The mayor also went on to say, with the budget, the city will return to fiscal responsibility while prioritizing safety. In Rathdrum, the Lakeland School District is figuring out how to cope with the loss of nearly $10 million. It comes after a levy failed last month, sending the budget into disarray. During a meeting last night, the superintendent laid out a couple of solutions. Those include repurposing an elementary school and switching to a 4-day school week. In just about an hour and a half, a decision is expected in the state's lawsuit against Kroger's proposed grocery store merger. Now, the trial over the proposed merger with Albertsons wrapped up last month. The state claims the deal will limit competition and then eventually lead to higher prices for shoppers. A King County Superior Court judge is expected to deliver his verdict coming in at 1:30 this afternoon. The Federal Trade Commission has also sued to block the merger. We'll certainly keep you updated.